This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And here comes Dortch on the return. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Dobbs steps away. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rolling to his left. A solid stiff and shutting it off now open field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down from the left hash. A chip shot here. Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old...
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Dobbs. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Prater's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. L.A. readies for its next possession. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. That's quickly to Atwell on a slant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Stafford on 1st down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. He was looking for Kyren Williams out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Down the numbers. There he goes. Now inside the 25. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now stands at 13. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. But the Rams going to take over late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, Dortch. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Cardinals football, Marquise Brown back out now with the Arizona offense. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
Well, this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number two.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 1 second, all that remains. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Arizona. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Prater for the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the second half here with Williams. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, he stays up. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. The sack goes to Chris Barnes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than you. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Play action. Stafford. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. To the air again. Stafford. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Stafford here. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So out now come the Cardinals. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Now he's loose again. Hollywood Brown, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Talking about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, They've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Cardinals football, Marquise Brown back out now with the Arizona offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Dobbs.
This is caught. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Ingram will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
And again, it's Ingram. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.